go in there and get whatever type of expensive cars you want. Then she got into expensive homes and buying homes in ungated, prominent neighborhoods and stealing money. Are you with me?
Amen.
Caught up with the banks, defrauding the banks, and she was brought down. Again, her excuse, being evicted. Somebody hear me?
Amen.
Folks blaming it on their circumstances. But let's look at the fifth person. Adolf Hitler. He was a failure. He was considered a failed artist. Who was Adolf Hitler? Adolf Hitler is attributed to being the person, this dictator that killed more people than any other dictator in history. He's accredited to killing over 50 million people. 6 million Jews, 1.5 million Jewish babies behind his atrocities. Failed artist, he almost conquered the world. Ain't that something? You go from failure to almost conquering the world, Brother Randolph. How can you be that driven when you was a failure?
That's right.
You better get this. This ain't no joking matter. How you going to go from being a failure to conquering the world? You're driven that much by your failure. A lot of people say that, boy, I wish that he would have succeeded as an artist. Come on, clap your hands, give God praise. Because had he just exceeded as an artist, he wouldn't have put all his driving force behind being a dictator, taking over nations after nation, country after country.
Amen.
Almost conquered. You don't understand, this man almost conquered the world.
That's right.
It wouldn't be no America. He almost conquered Japan. He almost conquered every nation on the planet.
Amen.
A failure. Anybody with me?
Amen.
We're talking about a failure, church. Y'all got to get this morning. That's what a failure did. Because he was driven the wrong way. Amen?
Amen.
Driven the wrong way. It is like a lightning bolt just went off in his head. Even his tests drawn were judged as unsatisfactory. He was not admitted into one of these institutions that he was trying to get into to be this great artist. You know, sometimes people can use failure for good, and sometimes they can use failure for bad. They can go from one extreme to the next. When Michael Jordan was cut, Michael Jordan became great. Come on, somebody clap their hands and give God praise. He became great. I submit to you that I am so tired, first lady, so tired of people playing the blame game.
Amen.
Or blaming their failure on family, on health, on finances.
Amen.
As an excuse to be ruthless and evil. The blame game. My father or my mother got evicted and it drove me to be a ruthless criminal, destroying countless people's lives without mercy. The book of James put it like this. God said, if you have no mercy, you ain't going to receive no mercy. God said, if you don't have mercy, God won't give you mercy. Do I have a church in front of me?
Amen.
Come on, do I got any worshipers in the house?
Amen.
See, what I like about Joseph is that Joseph, it seemed like he was a failure when he was put down in the pit. It seemed like all hope was gone. It seemed like God had abandoned him. Your 11 brothers put you down in the pit. And really it's looking like it's 12 because he didn't really know that his other brother was trying to save his life. And he suggested the pit for him instead of them killing him, because really the brothers saw him and wanted to kill him. As soon as they seen him, they said, look at the dreamer. Let's get him.
Yeah.
Y'all don't understand how severe this is.
Amen.
When you got 12 brothers, 11 brothers want to kill you as soon as they see you, hated you without a cause because you are righteous.
Yes.
Hated it. They want to take him out. They want to kill him. The brother just suggested to put him down in the pit. Sometimes the pit will protect you. Y'all don't hear me this morning. Clap
All right
your hands and give
now.
God praise.
All right now.
God put him in the pit first, lady, to protect him. God put him in the pit. God held him back. God allowed him to go through this to protect you.
Amen.
Know why? Because we don't deserve nothing too fast. Every time we get something too fast, we mess it up.
Amen.
Get success too fast, it go to your head. We mess it up. We get pride. Somebody walking here right now and made that man an NBA star today without him being tested. It would go to his head. It would mess him up.
Amen.
Somebody came in and made you a millionaire today. A lot of y'all will be broke tomorrow. Y'all don't hear me.
That's right.
Success is something that's got to be built upon. You got to baby step. You got to learn. That's why most lotto winners are broke within 2 or 3 years. Y'all don't hear what I'm saying to you.
That's right.
Less than 10 years, they done blown all that money.
That's right.
No matter how much they got. Because you got to understand why God allowed him to be put in the pit. God could have stopped it. Joseph was righteous. But God was preserving Joseph. He was allowing this failure that Joseph thought was a failure, because Joseph was not a failure because he was put in the pit.
Amen.
If anybody was a failure, it was his brothers. They failed to love him. They failed to protect him. They failed to be kind. They failed to be nice. I'm going to say it till you get it, church. I'm going to say it till you get it in your spirit. If somebody failed to love you, that's when kids are abandoned. That's when they're molested. That's when they're hurt. That's when they're taken advantage of. If somebody failed to protect you, it's like one man whose daughter got killed, and he said, I'm supposed to be the protector. I'm supposed to be the provider. I'm supposed to keep my daughter out of prison. I'm supposed to keep my daughter from being killed. A protector protects. But they let Joseph down. They failed. Joseph was not the failure. Even though he felt like a failure. Even though he felt he was put in the pit. And then he was a failure. Because God raised Joseph up out of that pit when he was sold into slavery.
Yes.
And his righteousness, your gift will make room for you and bring you before great men. Did you hear what I said this morning?
Amen.
Your gift will make room for you and bring you before great men.
Amen.
Number one. And when Joseph was raised out of the pit, he was put in a unique situation where he could run his master's whole household. But then here go again. Seeming like failure coming again. Failure coming to take him again, because as soon as his master wife couldn't have Joseph the way she wanted, he was put in the same situation how black slaves been put in their whole entire life. When the white woman is in heat and wants you and want to sleep with you, y'all better hear what I'm saying.
Amen.
And the slave refused. Them slaves was lynched, they was killed, they was murdered, and Joseph was put back in the pit.
Amen.
Because he refused to sleep with his master's wife.
That's right.
So now he's back in the pit. But God still got a plan. God still got a purpose. You were put in the pit by your brothers. Now you accused of being raped or raping your master's wife. You know you didn't rape her. You know you didn't touch her. You know you ran out. She pulled his clothes off of him trying to get to him. He running from it. The Bible says, flee youthful lust. Flee fornication. Y'all don't hear me this one. Nobody want to clap their hands now. That's right. He said, flee fornication. Flee youthful lust. Flee when them freaks running after you. People trying to throw it on you. Flee. He said, run to it. Well, I couldn't help myself. He said, flee. Joseph fled. God raised him again out the pit. And when God began to raise him again out the pit, how many of y'all know God didn't allow him to go back in the pit no more?
Amen.
But God made him the ruler of Egypt. God favored him. God began to restore and to redeem him. God did it through his dreams, through his visions that Joseph had. When the butler and the baker was in need and they was in prison, Joseph interpreted their dreams. One was sentenced to death, and Joseph let him know, and the other was sentenced to life. And even though the man forgot Joseph, you cannot stop destiny. Somebody hear me? Tell your neighbor, you can't stop destiny. You can't stop destiny, because even when the brother forgot him, Joseph was put in a unique situation again When God gave Pharaoh that dream, and Pharaoh being tormented in his dream, and he needed somebody to interpret the dream, now all of a sudden a light bulb goes off in the baker's head, and the baker said, I know a man, and that man is a son of God. That man is a child of God. That man is Joseph. And that one dream helped exalt him to greatness. Amen. That one gift that God got stored out, that one seed, that one dream, your gift will make room for you and bring you before great men. And when Joseph came in there and interpreted that dream, the king said, my God, is it any such a man in the whole kingdom to have the Spirit of God in you like this man? The king took the ring off his finger and put it on Joseph's finger. Put a cloak around it. Gave Joseph a wife. Come on, somebody.
Amen.
Told Joseph that everybody in the kingdom is subject unto you except me. God made him ruler in the whole entire kingdom. You got to understand that sometimes when you're held back, if you put your trust in Jesus, it's for God good. Amen. But what the devil make for bad, God will make for good. He's holding you back to bless you. He's holding you back to cleanse you. He's holding you back to purge you. He's holding you back to get you ready, to get you thinking right, to get rid of negative thinking, rotten thinking, pessimistic thinking. Get rid of all that playing. Get rid of all that degradation and stuff that's built up and piled up, all that hurt, all that acrimonious stuff that's riding down on the inside of you. Because God could not use Joseph if Joseph was bitter and angry and mad at his brothers. God, when he used Joseph, Joseph had mercy. Joseph had forgiveness. Joseph knew how to forgive his brothers. Joseph knew how to bless his brothers. Joseph protected his brothers when there was a famine in the land. Joseph protected his father. Joseph was restored. Joseph was admired. Come on, somebody. See, the enemy will have you to think that you got to force people to admire you by stealing and lying. And I can hear, glory to God, that the woman saying, I wanted people to admire me. I can hear Jamaica Thompson saying, I could hear the other woman, Jamila Winfrey, saying it. I wanted people to admire me. I like that people respected me. I didn't want to let people down, so I had to steal. Joseph did not have to lie, steal, or kill.
That's right.
He trusted in the Lord.
That's right.
He obeyed his word. He done what thus saith the Lord. And because he put all his trust in God, God will raise him up. Weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes, church, in the morning light. I'm telling you, Joseph might have wept for a while. But when God restored him, when God raised him up, Joseph was set up as king. He was like he was born to be king. Joseph was given another name, Yaphanah-Paneah, which is to say the Savior. Joseph was looked like just like a Christ prototype in the earth. Hallelujah, because he suffered like Christ. He was put down and held back like Christ. And he also was exalted like Christ. Somebody give God praise in here. See, a lot of that stuff would have killed off the average person. But Joseph understood the word. He understood that greater is he that's in me than he that's in the world. He understood he had a God that had his back. He understood that God allowed these things to happen, that he may preserve his family. You see, by the time God got through with it, by the time God hold you back, you got to watch out now. You got to quit saying the white man holding you back. You got to quit saying this person holding me back. You got to watch what you're saying. You got to quit saying with the family I was born in, it was my mama, it was my daddy, it was my situation. I ain't too smart, I ain't too intelligent. You got to stop playing the blame game, church, and start getting up and giving God all the praise, and know that Joseph, hallelujah, didn't go to little special colleges. Joseph didn't have no special education, but Joseph had Jesus, and God showed him how to run a nation. God showed him how to do finance. God showed him how to be a Bernie Madoff, but in the right way, not in the wrong way. God raised him up to be good, to run a whole entire economy, to run a whole entire nation. nation and distribute the food and to provide for the people that they did not perish. Y'all don't understand. A righteous man. Hallelujah. A righteous man. You know, I close by saying this. I was watching some of the most ruthless gangsters on TV, and I watched this Jamaican